Hi everyone, hello. Welcome to Mixed Media Monday, and today we're going to use Mediterranean Vibes because it was released today. Look at it, it is beautiful. So let's get started. I kind of know what I want to do. Today it's going to be like a little bit like post stamp-esque, if that makes sense. But first off, what I need to do is I need to split my two halves of my rice papers. So I'm just going to come in, do that there, and then feather that one down. And then move that bit. And we're just coming in and feathering off the edges. There we are. That one. And then last but not least, that one there. So we've got a nice feathered edge. I don't know why I have you so far away. Okay, so that's what I want to do here. I'm thinking these two colors here, and then okay. Now, let me have a look. Next I'm thinking, so I'm gonna put two rice papers over top of each other, if that makes sense. So, okay, I'm thinking that I need to decide where I want my scene to sit in my post stamp. So I either have a bit of the hill, but then not much of the houses, or I have a bit of the water, a bit of the houses. I don't think the hill is so important, like this bit of mountain here. I actually think it's more important that I get that bit there. So now I need a pan, because I'm gonna fussy cut this bit out. But I want to see where it is. So I'm gonna come in, and I'm not going right up against the template. I'm just going a little bit out of the template. Okay. With my pen. And this is one of the pens that we sell, well, that my parents sell in the scrapbooking store. I use mostly stuff that I can get from my parents' scrapbooking store because convenience, A, and B, all really good, highly good product. And my mum designed this rice paper, so it's beautiful. Ooh. It's just a little bit wet on the side of the rice paper where we feathered. That's okay. There we go. So we can see where that is. Definitely you can see where the water was along there. It's just a bit smudged, but that's okay. So now we've got that done. I wanted to do that before I got any like glue on my hands. This here, by the way, that I've done the post stamp template with there is out of the post stamp template set that is on the Scrapbook Fantasies website. This is size B. It is out of clear acrylic, We do that just because it's more eco-friendly for us and it's more sustainable. Plus, we're able to add a hole in so you can hang it on your trolley through a piece of ribbon on or a ring. Let's get this started. So, time to get sticking. So let's get our glue. We want to stick down this full big piece of rice paper first. So, just going to come in and be generous. Kind of looks a bit like a clock now. There we go. Nice and generous. And then what we'll do is we're just going to rub that down. Oh. Then rub on the excess here. And we're going to put a little bit more on the back of our piece of rice paper because we don't want any air bubbles. No air bubbles today. You can fix air bubbles if you get them later on. Just need a craft knife and a bit more glue and a palette knife, and then also it needs to be fully dry before you do that too. So it's easier to get rid of them while it's wet. There we go. Just smudging out the edges there. So I want it to look a little bit rustic. Not like we made it so then it fit the page. So that kind of looks like it's a little bit peeled back. There we go. And when we might put on, we'll put a bit of a gel media mat just along the edges because we're going to do a lot of work in the center, so I'm not going to put glue down on top just yet. I will if there's any bits that we don't really touch that need sealing at the end. Another reason why you put gel media mat down, it kind of works as like a sealer on top too, and it dries clear. It just looks cloudy until it's dry though, so yeah. Got to imagine what it's going to look like when it's clear. There we go. So I'm just going to use my scissors. And then cut along here. Now, rice paper is really easy to cut unless it's wet. So, maybe I should have gone for a bit more of the dead center of this image, but we'll live. There's that. Remove the two excess bits. And we're just going to put this to one side because while we cut, we're going to have little big pieces coming off everywhere. So we're going to come and do our domes. Just nice and simple. My scissors do look a bit worse for wear. I do use them with clay. Oh no, you're not supposed to use your scissors with clay. But hey, or clay and white paint. You know. Gotta do what you gotta do, as they say. So that's one side done, and I'm going to do the other side. Okay, and then we just need kind of, I've got a bit of the black still left on the edge there, so I'm just coming and taking that bit off. As you can see, we're starting to look a little bit more like a stamp, post stamp. Slow and steady, as they say. Right, and we're just going to once again come in and clean it up a bit. Okay. As we can see, it's looking pretty good. There we go. And now we come in and we apply some gel medium back matte to the back. A little bit to the center where we're going to put it. So we are only doing half an art journal page today too, because I figured this would look cool on an A4 size, on an A5 size. So just put a bit of glue there. Stick it down and smudge some glue down on top. Got a bit of the feathery stuff on top. I didn't want that. I just want it to be a nice light bit there. Okay, rightio. And then from there, what we need is a bit of white paint. Mixed with a bit of modeling paste. Now the reason why I'm doing white paint mixed with modeling paste is because I want the flow of white paint, but I want the opaqueness that the light modeling paste is going to give me. So I'm going to mix the two together. I'm just coming in and getting it. Okay, and then we'll go. Just going to sit this down on top now, like so. Probably thinking I'm nuts. Don't worry too much about it. I'm just going to get a bit of a mix of our white paint and modeling paste. You're probably going like, they look exactly the same. They do, but one's thicker than the other. What I'm going to come and do is paint where the border of our image is. There we are. Then what we're going to come and do is come in and paint our post-it. Now I don't want to add too much water to my paintbrush because I want it to be really opaque. That corner there is not glued down. Now glued. Excellent. Once again, mixing that white paint and modeling paste. To get it all working. Okay, just keep going around. Go. And then there we go. So let me just move you in a bit closer so you can get the full effect. Go there. So now what I want to do is I'm just going to grab the black. Just come and do a bit of like a shaky then we get some of this yellow ochre. So it's the same type of paint that's in a tube, but these are the pots that we actually, well, that are in the what's it called? The paint at home kits we do. Well, my parents sell them on their website, but I make the paintings and the instructions and everything, and I type them out myself. I don't get AI to do it because I think there is some value in typing out instructions yourself. You know, makes it interesting. Takes me a few goes though, like, don't get me wrong. Still terrible at writing things. Gosh. Okay, much better at painting. Here we go. So, now with the yellow ochre, I'm just going to use the lid so I don't get any paint anywhere else. And so I'm just going to put down a bit of a thin coat along this bottom corner down here. And then just going to grab a bit of water, my paintbrush. And spread. Paint colour down, and then I'm going to grab a bit of this yellow ochre, but on my finger this time, because it doesn't have to be too, what's it called? Pedantic on the next patch, so I can just put a bit here, bit of it down here, and then with the burnt umber, just going to come in with my small gesso brush and a bit of paint on it with this of the dot border stencil. And do a few little bits and pieces of some dots. Okay. So there's that one. And now what I think is needed is a bit of white. Just a few outlines. On the building. just a little bit on the water. There you go. Now, if we get the black, bit of water on our paintbrush. So let's try and get the water off the paintbrush real quick. I don't like it liquidy, I've decided. And then we go around. Just going to do a little loops first on this line. And then do my straight edges. Now, got a bit mucky up there, didn't it? 1 second. I think I've just made that worse. No, and more paint, it can't be worse. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I think we just need a bit of the yellow ochre as straight up lines. Okay, and then I think it's just missing a bit of a stamp on it. Not just any sort of stamp. I'm either thinking the brick or hear me out, the mini marker fish. Now, the fish is probably unexpected, grant you that. But like, we could do a look with the fish. Okay. Let's see. What color does it need to be? I'm either thinking an orange or a blue. Now, the blue is because we got a lot of blue in the center, but I do like how it calls the center, and the orange is because we've got like orange in the houses, or we could do red. We could do red. Now, that would be good, wouldn't it? What do we feel about brilliant red, or you reckon a crimson? Maybe. Do I have crimson here? Actually, get crimson. What about this one here? I can never pronounce it. It starts with a V. I'm gonna try and get the camera to focus on it. It's Vermilion. I know, right? What brilliant spelling. I can read. Yay! But I'm thinking this color, fishy, around. Okay, let me show you what I mean. If we don't like it, we'll paint over it with brick. And we'll decide what color brick we're going to do then. So I'll just put down this color. Now, I will need a bit of room, so I'm going to lift you up because, let's face it, ugh. Just need a bit more room. No, now you can see the full mass of the space that I was hiding. Okay. Where did I put the fish? Brick is there. Fish. Found fish. Found them. Right, there we go. So let's just pull off the bit of glue on my finger there, because that's going to get annoying real fast. So this is kind of like an orangey red. And then there we go. And because this fish has no up or down, you can stamp in whichever way. Oops, stepping back this way. And do another fishy down here. Definitely think we've chosen the right colour for our mini marker fish. Just going to keep coming down. And then there we go. No one over here. So we're just going to keep building clusters. And we're kind of happy. What I do is I stamp about 3 one way, and then I switch around and I stamp the fish the other way. So they're all going the one way. Didn't quite get a bit of paint there. Okay. And one more fish, I think there. Oh, hold up, and I do think we need another fish down here. Okay, so just clean that stamp off. There we go. Just a bit of red there. A bit of the colour there. There. And that. Okay, and now we just come in and dry this. So I say that while I look around for my heat tool because I move it every week. I know, right? How dodgy of me. Moving my heat tool around. How dare I? Right, let's get the heat tool out and give this a quick dry because I want to do a little bit of journaling work on it, like a bit of doodling. So we're going to dry it. Let me just check if it's dry. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so can't gouge into it, but I just want to do a bit of. I realise you've got to be close for this bit. So 1 second. We're coming back down. Hello, everyone, again. So we're just going to come in and Okay, we're starting to venture into an area. Okay. There we go. And that there, I think is nearly. Just need a little bit more of the white, I reckon. I need it. Just there. And there. Okay. There we go. That there is our Mixed Media Monday. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed our first class of Mediterranean vibes online. I do like my post stamp. This you can make this one here today with the stuff at your at home that you've got, or with the bundle. So the bundle will include the rice paper, the stamp, and the stencil. It won't include the template or the paint, but you can add them onto your order if you're missing the covers or the template. But thank you for coming, and we'll see you all in our next class. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I hope you get lots of painting and craft done this week. Thank you for coming. Bye. Have fun. Bye. Thank you.